All right, everybody. Good evening. As you make your way in here, good evening. My name's Ted Hannock, and I'll be leading tonight. We have a special guest, very special guest tonight. We got Siha Top, amazing guy. He's been in Enagic a very long time, and he's got a really fire training for us tonight. So I'm really looking forward to hearing his. He has a PowerPoint he's going to share. He's got all kinds of tips and tricks. So as I said, my name is Ted Hannock. I've been in this business for about a year and a half. I met Amanda. Gosh, it's got to be almost a year since I met Amanda. And I had never done anything like this before, never done a direct sales opportunity, never been involved in something like this before. I invested in my Kangen machine based purely on curiosity. I had a friend that told me about it. He was changing lives, making money. You know, it sounded like too good to be true. And I got the unit. I was so blown away by what it was doing for my health. I was like, man, I feel amazing on this water. Just felt like an immense amount of energy and vibrancy from the water. Started sharing it with people. I was like, gosh, everybody deserves to have this water in their life. Everybody deserves to have this water. And that's when I went into massive action. I'm like, who could I find that could help me to learn the skills that I need in order to position this and help people to invest in this unit? And that's when I stumbled across Amanda Bobbitt. I happened across her YouTube channel, and I was like, wow, this woman's amazing. And I reached out to her. We got on a phone call. We talked for, gosh, it must have been like 30, 40 minutes just about building the business and her success and what she's doing and her training group. I immediately jumped into her training group, and I've been in her training group for, gosh, it's been, like I said, almost a year. And I've just learned so much from being in these Wednesday night trainings and being around Amanda and people that she brings on, like Siha, and hearing from the people that are masterful at this opportunity, and they're really about helping as many people as possible. So Amanda has a pre-recorded message she wanted to convey to everybody. I'm letting people in. Got a lot of people in here tonight. This is amazing. So let me share my screen, and we'll hear from Amanda. She's traveling right now, so she can't be with us, but she left a message for all of us. So give me one sec here.
Welcome to tonight's training. I am so dearly sorry I'm not able to be with all of you tonight. However, I have a very special guest for you tonight, Siha Top. Siha is one of my personal friends and not my direct upline, but he's in my team. He's in my upline. So Siha Top is a 6A5-3 in this business. He's been doing it for almost 14 years or even possibly a little bit more. And Siha is so special, he's so knowledgeable about this business. When we started out, we'd call Siha the travel channel. You could never keep contact with him because he was always everywhere. Like, where is he at today? Like, where's Waldo? Where's Siha? So he's really living the dream. He's connecting with people globally and doing what he's truly passionate about. And so tonight, I wanted to bring him in front of you so you can learn the compensation plan. When I first got started, when Siha got started, no one sat down and taught us the compensation plan. And a lot of us did not know, and because of that, we missed out on thousands of dollars. And to this day, our business is not structured correctly. So if you're just getting started, it's the perfect time to get your business set up correctly. If you're far down the road and you've got hundreds of sales, now is always the best time to even learn more. So make sure you have questions for Siha. He's knowledgeable as can be. He's very supportive. You'll love his personality. And I'm going to be in Dubai, so I'll be checking in with you guys on social media. And next week, I have another guest speaker for you, Jeffrey Combs, which was my first actual coach outside of Enagic. And I'm going to share with you on next week's call a little video clip of what happened in my business after I hired Jeffrey Combs. So look forward to seeing you next week as well. So until I see you, be happy, be healthy, and be free, and enjoy my dear friend Siha Top.
All right, everybody. Without further ado, Siha, we're so thankful and grateful that you've come to lead us here in this amazing training. So everybody, get your notebook out. Siha drops a lot of golden nuggets, so you're going to want to take notes tonight and really pay attention to the way that he built his business. He's going to talk about structuring a trifecta and how to build the business the right way. And he's got a whole PowerPoint that he's going to go through. And if you have any questions tonight, drop them in the chat and I'll convey them to Siha, or I'll open you up and offer you to come out and jump on the camera and on the microphone. So without further ado, Siha, thank you so much for being here, and take it away, my friend. Oh, you're muted. I think you're muted.
Now, can you hear me?
Yeah,
If you guys can
perfect.
hear me, thumbs up. Give me a thumbs
Perfect.
up. I need a thumbs up if you can hear me. All right. Hey, come on. We're going to have some fun today. You know what? Instead of just like watching me on, I don't know, it feels weird knowing that people are just watching me, but I've gotten used to it because the Zoom thing we've done here for Enagic, like 2 years prior to COVID, we already started doing things on Zoom. So it was interesting that when we hit the pandemic, my kids' teachers are learning how to do Zoom, and it's funny to watch them like mess up. Here's the teachers and the kids no more. But anyhow, we are ahead, guys. We are ahead of the curve, and that is how we become successful in business. I want to congratulate you all for being here because this is for you. This isn't for me. I just, you know what? I just love so much what I do, and I love so much what we stand for. I say what we stand for, and Enagic and our Enagic community and family around the world, and how we're not just making people healthier, but we're making the planet healthier, and we're making generations healthier. Oh my God, sign me up and keep me there. So I'm gonna again ask for a lot of involvement here with you guys. All right. So again, two thumbs up if that you're in it to win it. You're in it to win it. All right. We're in it to win it. Okay. So first of all, I can't go without saying thank you so much to Ted and Amanda for putting this together, for supporting, our Enagic family. They didn't have to. And I didn't have to. We wanted to. Okay. So I was talking to Ted a couple times over today here, and just catching up on what we're going to talk about in the show and how it's going to run. Um, I love it because he's a real human being, just like you all are. And I can't wait to get to know you and you get to know me. So thank you, Ted and Amanda, for doing this. And thank you all that are on the call today here and wanting to make a change in your life and everybody else's life. I want to thank you. I'm one of those no nonsense kind of guy. I'm just going to cut through chase. I'm going to cut through the bull. I'm going to keep it straightforward. Is that okay? Two thumbs up on keeping it straightforward. Yeah. All right. So today's Zoom call, we're going to talk about Kangen lifestyle. That's what it's all about, folks. It's Kangen lifestyle. Love it, live it and share it because that's what we're about. Your Facebook, your social media, you got to be a billboard of the product. You got to be a product of the product. And I really, truly mean that. And it's so much fun to be a product of health and wealth and peace of mind, isn't it? So that's what we are, and that's what we want to continue to be, and that's what we want to do. But how do we get there, and how do we get there faster? Because the faster we get there, the more people that we can take with us. The faster we get there, the more people that are with us. The faster we get there, the faster we can all live a life of freedom, in my opinion. Freedom to go where you want to go. Well, without the restrictions, of course. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Eating what you want to eat, driving what you want to drive, living where you want to live, whatever zip code it is, or buying your friends and family whatever they need and want, or somebody you don't even know, become a philanthropist. I didn't know what that was a couple decades ago. Now I learned what it is. And I aspire to be to be the best philanthropist that I can be. And it's not just money. Sometimes it's just time to be able to give time back to the people that need it. And so that's part of philanthropy as well. I want to ask you guys, why are you doing this? Why did you get into this game? Really think about, why did you get into this game? Why are you doing this as a business? Why are you doing this as a career? Why are you doing this part-time? Why are you doing this full-time? You need to have some of that laid out because you need to know. I don't need to really know. I want to know, but it's you. You guys are the ones that need to know why you're doing this. Okay. So it starts and ends with who? You, right? It starts and it ends with you. So how do you see yourself in the future? What do you want to have in the future? I'm saying the future because it's a GPS. You got to go somewhere. You got to be somebody. You got to do something, and that's in the future. And you can follow me with some of the things that I've done, but we're all going to take different roads to get to our own future. And so I want to invite you right now to really, jot down just really quickly, what do you want in your future? Do you want money? Do you want fame? Do you want prosperity? Do you want health? Do you want, to be a philanthropist, to give more? What 5 things, 3 things? What do you want? Because I want you to be clear in what you want. I love teaching or coaching on being very clear with what you want. My business website, which is attached to my Facebook page, is called Awesome is Life. And the word awesome is not just because it's an awesome word. It's an acronym that was taught to me by my mentor, Wade Lightheart, when I first got into the Enagics business. He came up with the acronym and I loved it because it's about health. The word awesome is AWESOME. The acronym A stands for air. It's the first thing we do when we come into Earth, and it's the last thing we do when we leave. And so we all got to breathe air, right? So for optimum health, we got to breathe. Today we got to breathe. Whether you're doing your yoga, whether you're doing your jogging, you're walking, you're exercising, you got to breathe. Take some breathing exercise, air. And then the second most important thing in optimal health and fitness is W. AW. What's W stand for? Everybody better get this right. You better be typing this into your computer. Come on, type this down in the chat. What's W stand for? Did I see it yet? Let me see here. Who's all got this? It stands for water. Yes, exactly. So air, water, water, right? We all know. I'm not going to go in the health thing tonight. I'm going to business, but I want to explain to you this. And then E. E is the third word, the acronym E. E is for what? What do you guys think E's for?
Energy. Energy.
Energy. Okay. I'm going to cut to the chase. It's for exercise. We're made to move. Air, water, exercise. Just because you get the new Nikes and the new and the new Adidas, it doesn't work if you're sitting on the couch. Okay. It works when you're moving them. Your Lululemons, you ladies, you're doing the yogas. Yeah, it works when you're using it. Okay. So E is for exercise. S is the next word. What's S stand for? I'll tell you. S is for, I hear a lot of words, but it's not that word that you're thinking of. It's for sunlight. S is for sunlight. We are living beings, just like plants and plants, animals, anything on this planet. To survive, we need sunlight. Whoever they are, have scared us away from the sunlight. Now we got to put on all these lotions and creams and potions and this and that. And skin cancer is just it's the same thing. So air, water, exercise, sunlight. Get your sun 10, 15, 30 minutes of sunlight every day. Okay, if you can. Up here in the Pacific Northwest where I'm at, it's a beautiful place, but sometimes the sun doesn't want to peek out, right? So sun. O in the acronym is for optimizers. That's your nutrients. That's your worker bees. That's your vitamins. Your enzymes, probiotics, minerals, vitamins, herbs. So that's your worker bees. That's your optimizers. And then M is for mental attitude. You have to have a strong, positive mental attitude. If a mother was in a car and there was a car accident and the baby was in her car and she flung out and the car flipped over, what's the mom going to do? She's going to flip that car over and get the baby out. That's mental attitude. Okay. So having a positive mental attitude is very important. And the last word or the last letter in the acronym awesome is E. The last E, Wade extended it to ETC for etc. E stands for education. Never stop learning. Okay. Never stop learning. Use that muscle that's in your coconut right here. So that's education. T is for tracking. Track whatever your goal set is in life, whether it's health, wealth, relationships, or whatnot. Track it if you really want to succeed in that area. Where were you before in your health? Where are you now, and where do you want to go? Where were you before in your financial health, and where are you now in your financial health, and where do you want to go? So T is for tracking, because every successful scientist, every successful business person, every successful anybody, that's what they did. They tracked it. Think about it, right? So that's the T. And the last thing in the ETC is C stands for coaching. Coaching is vital to your success, to my success, to Tom Brady's success. 7 Super Bowl rings, but he still has a quarterback coach. You could be the best at your game, but you still need a coach. Or you can not be so good, but you still need your coach. I love sports. So you guys know Charles Barkley, the basketball player. See him on the free throw line, and if you got money on it, you're just cringing and shaking your head. Chances are he's going to miss, but he's got a coach. And because he's got a coach, he's 20, 30, 40, 50, 100% better than if he doesn't have one. So that is the awesome lifestyle. And that's the acronym. And I got that from Wade for our fitness. Okay. So I want to share that with you guys. This is an awesome life. And I believe it's life by design. You should design your life. Okay. I'm adamant about that. How do you want it? How do you want to live your life? How do you want to live your day? And I stop apologizing. One of the things that I wanted, that I used to say a lot was, I'm sorry, or I apologize, because I didn't get back to people in their messengers or in their, or in their email. Well, I don't apologize anymore. Okay. I've designed my life to where I'm going to check my email and my messengers, my social media messages once a week. That's all I want to do. If you know me and you reach out to me and we have a connection, then you're going to have my personal cell phone number. And that way I text and you text. I want to know who's calling me. I want to know who's texting me. Right. So if you're calling me and I don't have you in my contacts list, I don't pick up. I don't care who it is. If my mom got a new phone and she didn't text me in advance and say, hey, babe, this is my new phone, I'm not picking up because I don't know who that is. So that's life by design. And when you are so clear and you want to control your time, because time is the most valuable commodity, you will love yourself and you'll get so much more done in the day. Okay. So let's move on, guys. I want to ask you today, how is your health today? How is your health today? What goals do you have for your health? What actions are you going to take? Okay. This is our business. Be the poster child of your business. And you will attract people who want to be like you. They're like, wow, what did you do? Did you get new clothes? Did you get a new haircut? No, I just been walking, so I've dropped a few pounds. No, I've been drinking water and jogging. So I dropped a few pounds. No, I've been watching what I eat and drinking more water, hydrating and detoxing and losing the pounds, shedding the pounds off. Okay, so what is your goals and what are the actions that you're doing to get to your goals in your health? Second question, how is your financial health? How is your financial health? And what are you doing there? What are the actions that you're taking there for your financial health? You see how I called it financial health? Because it truly is. My background is 20 years in banking and financing and real estate development. And so I understand about financial health. And I understand toxic finance and I understand toxic health. Just like drinking soda is toxic health, in finance, when I was in finance, I was helping people get into debt. That is toxic financial health or toxic financial health correctly. So I didn't want to do that anymore. So I want you guys to think about how is your financial health and what are your goals for your financial health and what actions are you taking to get towards them? Is it just to pay? Is it just to pay your bills? Is it just to, pay the bills, put a little bit of money on the side? Is it to pay the bills, put a little bit of money on the side to go on vacation? Is it whatever it is? Do you want to buy your parents a home? Do you want to help, your friend with a new car because they really need one? Do you want to help your neighbor who needs just a bag of grocery? Just a grocery cart, whatever it is, your financial health will also help other people's financial health. Okay. And I'm asking because not too many of us ask ourselves that. Not too many of us look in our mirrors and go, what is my financial health? Instead, for a lot of us, including myself, but way back when, it's like, man, how am I going to pay that bill? Oh man, I hope the car doesn't break down. I hope the fridge doesn't go out. I hope the water, I can't, I hope the kids, oh, I want them to play sports, but man, that's going to cost money where am I going to get that? I'll just cross that bridge. See, that's not healthy when we're just trying to figure all that stuff out, right? So what are we doing so that we can have the cash flow? I like to say cash flow. When I first started real estate at a very young age, at 19 years old, when I started in real estate, a mentor at the time told me that Siha, he had a little what do you call statue made with nuts and bolts, and it said, "Happiness is cash flow." And that stuck with me. Happiness is cash flow. It's not how much you make; it's how much cash flow. If you could get $50 a month every month, that's cash flow. Would you not be elated? How about 150? How about 200? How about 500? How about 5,000? Cash flow. Okay, so think about that. How can I get that cash flow coming in? When we take care of the first question I asked you, and the second and the third, question number one, number two, number three, which is, where do you see yourself in the future? How's your health? And what are you doing about it? How's your wealth? And what are you doing about it? If we can answer those questions, it'll automatically lead. And I believe this because it's leading it. I'm living it every day. And I'm not saying that to boast or brag. I'm just saying we all have the same opportunity with Enagic. If we answer those three questions, it leads to peace of mind. And that's Mr. Oshiro, the founder, the CEO of our company. That's what he wants us all to have, is that peace of mind. So let's take care of those questions. Let me help you take care of those questions. Let's get the right coaching to help you take care of those questions so we can get to the peace of mind sooner than later. Okay. All right. You guys still with me? 2 thumbs up if you're still with me. All right. I love it. I love it. Okay. Let's go through now. I want to go to the PowerPoint on where I made a huge mistake in the Enagic business and how to grow the business that I messed up on. And I've been doing this for 12 years. Amanda said in her video 14, it's really 12 years. But in the making, I was 20 years prior to that in business. So I've always been self-employed from the age of 21 until now. And I'm a half century, so I made the half century mark. Woohoo! So I want to share with you my PowerPoint real quickly on how to build your business quicker, faster, and stronger with Enagic. So let me try to share this. And can you guys see that?
No, we can't see it. I give you host control.
Okay. Let me see. I got that. Okay. Got it. Can you see that?
That's better.
All right. So let's get to it, guys. So this is a system or a training that I have, but I'm not going to go through the whole training. I'm just going to go through the bullet points, okay, and help you guys from there. Okay, so first of all, in any business, we need a system. And I was just sharing that already with Ted earlier, that when I ran my finance company, I had secretaries, I had processors, I had, CEOs, CFOs to help, with the running of the business. Well, and this is your business. So you need to have a system. And if nobody's ever shared a system with you, or you don't have a game plan written out, here's what I've done. Here's what I've used in my life. And here's what I've shared with my top leaders like Amanda. First you got to have a vision. Where's it that you want to be? And I asked that earlier, right? That's very important. I want you to be crystal clear where you want to be. And from the vision, you have a purpose to get there. What's your purpose? Your purpose will drive you. Your vision will give you the dream, but your purpose, that's what gets your butt out of bed. And my purpose at the time in 2008, when the financial crash crashed and I just started Enagic, was just to pay my mortgage and feed my babies, my 3-year-old, my 1-year-old, and house my wife and, pay my bills. So that's a huge purpose when you have everything and then you lose everything in a crash. And so I went through the 2008 real estate crash and I had to reinvent myself. So I totally understand. I feel everybody that's going through the pandemic that is hurting in that way. Now is the premium time to find top entrepreneur minded or business minded or self-motivated people to work with. So that's your purpose. So find a purpose. Okay. And then your goals, which we talked about, we know what goals are. It's just, everybody thinks, you dwell on the goals, you got to have the goals. The goals is the end of the GPS. It's like if you're going in your car and you don't set your GPS, where are you going? So you got to have your goals and then take the action. The action is where the rubber meets the road. What you guys are doing right now is part of the action. So that's why I commend you and I congratulate you. Action, right? And then you get so committed and so focused, and that's the clarity. because you know exactly what you want, you know exactly what you're going to do. And if you, when I say you know exactly what you're going to do, even if you don't know how to do it, you're going to do it. Okay. That's the commitment. That's the focus. And that will lead to your results. Okay. So you got to have a system. That's the first thing that you want to do. I'm going to skip through a lot of this. So these are a lot of, oh, here, I didn't know I had this in my PowerPoint. This is Jeffrey Combs. This is who Amanda's first, whatchamacallit, coach, personal coaching was with Jeffrey Combs. And that's tomorrow, or excuse me, next week that she's doing it. This gentleman here has amazing information for free. So that website that you see there, jeffreycombs.podomatic.com. If you go there and sign up, you get weekly podcasts for free. And they're amazing. So I listen to it when on my drives, on my hike or whatever. I wasn't going to show you guys this, but I think I will now. And before that was a, why is it not moving? Sorry, guys. These are just some of the mentors that I follow. Robin Sharma was the last one. Maria Forleo is the next one. Eric Worre. This is 90-day all-out massive action training. Again, I wasn't going to cover this. I just wanted, since it was in the PowerPoint, why that was important with the Eric Worre all-out massive action. If you haven't seen this video by Eric Worre, 90 days all-out massive action, it's on YouTube or whatnot. It's amazing. If you just set your sights and you just work your tail off and you get your teams with you and behind you, your upline, your downline, your sideline, just everybody on the same page in 90 days, you guys are going to conquer the world. I really mean it. And I so believe into it. And that's why it's in this PowerPoint presentation for 90 days, all out massive action. Okay. Again, part of my training, but I don't want to talk about that right now. Become a master of your business. I don't want to talk about right now, but you know, the books that, just real quickly, the books that I feel like if you're going to, you know, if you just needed to read the books that will get you going on the business, if nobody's ever told you already, is, you know, Kong and Water by Dr. Horst Filzer, who's our medical advisor to Enagics, the enzyme factor, Dr. Hiromi Shinya. World leading gastroenterologist is who he is. Ride the Wave by Jerry Costiga. Literally, it talks about everything about the Enagic machines and business, the machines mostly, you know, and how they're built and our competition and everything else. And then Killing Cancer, Not People with Robert Wright. Those are the four minimal books that I would say anybody doing the Enagic business read. And then again, I'm a true believer in coaching and mentorship. So the list on the right there of mentors are the mentors that I follow, and they're free. Go to YouTube, type their names up and listen to the mentor for that moment or that day or that time that you're in the present that you feel you need. You know, sometimes it's in your face, Grant Cardone, you know, I call it in your face Grant Cardone. And then other times, you know, I want something that's just not so in your face, and it's Dr. Wayne Dyer, you know, or maybe sometimes I need some inspiration from, you know, the female side in a sense. So Maria Forleo, she's amazing there. So one of my most favorites at the top of the list is Robin Sharma, you know, so when you're business focused minded and clarity and all that, he talks about being the Picasso in your business, you know, no matter what you do, become the Picasso. I love his training. So Robin Sharma. So I won't go through this. This is systemize your daily life. I believe your life is your day, you know, your daily activities will lead to your successes. And if you don't have, you know, an agenda, I'm just here giving you guys a GPS. This is my GPS. I wrote this stuff down. This is what I do every day. So your daily life, you know, personal development every day, I've always said, become a better person every single day. If you can come 1% better every single day in 365 days, you'll be a whole new person. Okay. And that's what we want to do. Just 1%. That just means maybe it's 1% better today than you were yesterday or tomorrow. Tomorrow, I want everybody to smile more. Just by smiling, you're 1% better. Okay. Maybe it's go get a new hairdo. Maybe it's, go get a new jacket. 1%, but that makes you feel good that you know that, hey, I'm better, whatever that is. Maybe it's 10 push-ups, you know, every day. That's 1% better. Okay, guys. So personal development every day, self-reflection. I meditate, I get into the zone, as I call it myself, and I get clarity in what I want to do and what I want to accomplish and who I want to help for the day and stuff like that. Um, Exercise mentorship, who pushes you. If you look at my Facebook, my brother-in-law, Kenny, he pushes me. He wants to go out running. I'm not built for long distance running, really 2-3 miles. I just want to collapse, but he pushes me till, 5-6 miles. I'm pushing to 8-9 miles right now, but I wasn't always like that. I wasn't built for long distance. Right. So get somebody who can push you there. Reading every day, if you don't have time to read, because everybody, I don't like excuses. So if you don't have time to read, there's podcasts, there's YouTube. Stick it in your ear and listen to that book or listen to that training. Okay. Business development every day. Set up meetings and demos and fill your calendar. I've always said, in this business, you want to see who's successful? Show me your calendar. I'll show you mine. Seriously. Well, not now, because I play more and I work now. But, when I first started, and Bob Gridelli, you guys know Bob Gridelli, 45 demos in a week kind of a thing. Yeah. It just means how many people are you touching? And the calendar is your accountability. That's that tracking that we talked about before, during, and after. Okay. You can't say, well, it's not working. Nobody's buying the machine. We all got those no's, but how many people did you talk to? 4? How long? In the last 8 months? No. Okay. So fill up your calendar, follow up with your leads and prospects. Follow up. They say the fortune's in the follow up. It truly is. It is. And will still be, So, when you've shared that, given your prospects the information, or tried the water or the video, or whatever it is, did you follow up, and then ask for the sale. A lot of people don't ask for the sale. Okay. Once you've done it all, just say, hey, can I help you get this on your counter? Hey, you know what? We can order this right now. You know what's really cool? My company now has it to where we can order it online. We don't even have to fill out forms anymore. And that's a true thing. Did you guys know that? And I'll talk about that later. So the days of old forms are gone. And I honestly, I haven't used forms in the last like 4 or 5 years. I've just used it online myself. Okay. It's enagic.com/shop. That's where I went to. Now Enagic's got something even easier. So again, ask for the sale after you've shared the water, given them what they needed. They're either going to say yes, maybe, or no. We don't care what they say. Well, we do, but we don't really care. We just want to know so that we can help them out, right? No, okay, I won't bug you. Maybe, okay, what can I help you get to? What can I help you with? Yes, awesome. Let's do this. I happen to live in Bellingham, and the nearest Enagic store is an hour and a half. So for my clients here locally, I used to say, hey, I'm going down to the Enagic office. I'm going to pick up some supplies. I can pick up your machine, and then when I come back, I can help install it. That's asking for the sale without asking for the sale. You know what I mean? Okay. So it's not tricky or anything. It's like, hey, I want to help you. So make the sale, ask for it. Set up your marketing strategy to get your name out there. Okay. So a lot of you are in business. This is your business. You own it. How do people know that you sell Kangen water, or you sell Ukon, or you sell the Nespa, or you sell, the E8PA? How do they know? If you're not promoting it, they don't know. Has anybody heard of a company called Ford Motor Company? How about anybody heard of Coca-Cola? How about Nike? How about BMW? Okay. Do they still advertise? Yeah, they're that big and they advertise. So guess what? You need to advertise. And I'm just sharing that with you because I see a lot of people in this business, but nobody knows they're doing what they're doing. When I was in financing, at the dinner table, people brought it up. Oh, Siha has a mortgage company, or Siha has a construction company. He builds houses. Or, my brother's a doctor. He specializes in this. Or my cousin is an attorney, So you have to some way, somehow get the word out there of what it is that you guys do. Have an automated funnel. I'm going to bypass this. I, I believe in that. Having an automated funnel today is very important. So it's not on this training because it's in depth. An automated funnel is driving traffic and driving people in from your social media, from your advertising and stuff like that. And magicwebsystem.com has ways to do that for you. Okay. So that'll be in another training. But in the meantime, I want you guys to write enagicwebsystem.com and go in the back office and look at the marketing tools, because everybody who's here has free access to Enagic Web System back office for forms and for information and for some of the tools. What the paid part is the marketing. So, but you don't have to pay to learn it, to look at it, to you have to pay it when you go active. So that's another training in itself. But in the meantime, if you guys are interested in funneling, which is online sales, which I love, and Amanda is amazing at, and she's got, her system as well, I would highly recommend it, especially in this day and age. I've recommended it for the last, 5-6 years because I knew this is where it was going to go. I wanted to be the Amazon of Enagic, so we want to be the Amazon of Enagic where people can order right online. Okay, guys, this is what we want to aspire to become. If you want to succeed in Enagic, you want to become a teacher. Okay, you want to teach your teams. You want to teach all of Enagic. And Mr. Oshiro has put together an amazing compensation plan to where when you get to my level, we're getting paid from global sales. So not just your own sales, but global sharing, profit sharing. Would you guys want to share the global sales? Because last year during the pandemic, Enagic was breaking records left and right on sales. Okay. So get your teams, your clients, your friends to meetings and events. Talk to each of your customers about upcoming events and ask to sign them up. We talked about that. I know with the COVID thing, this wasn't made for the COVID thing. And again, I had this is part of my training. Stay focused and committed to your desired results for rank advancement. So you can get on stage. The whole idea is really getting on stage is not to, beat the chest or anything. It's just to say, you know what, if I can do it, you can do it. It's just proof to yourself. And that's all it was to me. It's like, if I can do it, you can do it. And that's why I wanted to get on stage, because I'm just your normal average guy. I just like to have fun, make some money. And Enagic does allow us to do that and stay healthy and be happy and help people. So it goes on and on and on, guys. Okay, so here is the golden nugget. Here's what I wanted to share with you. You know what? I've been doing this for 12 years, and it took me 6 years to figure out what I was doing wrong. And I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not blaming my uplines. I'm not blaming Enagic. I didn't know what this multi-level marketing, this binary, I didn't know how to stack. I didn't know how to place people. I didn't. My mentor, I was telling Ted, he said, I asked him, how do I become you yesterday? Okay. I need your rank yesterday. He said, you got to go 10 wide and 10 deep. That means help 10 people, wide, and then help them go 10 deep. And that's all he told me. That was way back then. You know what? There's a lot easier way, folks. And it took me 6 years to figure this out. And I call it the Christmas tree. And the Christmas tree means this. It's also known as, a lot of people call it the trifecta. So like Ted was calling it. The trifecta is being able to promote all three of our products. So when you're sharing the water, you're also letting them know about not just the best hydration and detoxification with Kangen water, but the best antioxidant, right? In a nutritional form in our turmeric product that's fortified with other vitamins and minerals and oils. That's good for the body. Because remember the awesome formula? It's not just air, it's not just water, it's all of it together. So in health, it's not just the water. That's a great start to hydrate and detox our body. Great. But now we need the nutrients. The body needs the nutrients. It needs the antioxidants. And that's what our Ukon product has. So that's the second product. And then the third product is our Anespa. So we have what's going inside of us. What about what's going on the outside of us? Right? So we know how bad the chemicals are in the water, the lye, the polymers, the chemicals that they put in tap water or in some source waters around the world. So just as it is important to inside the body, it's just as important to the outside, because the outside soaks it all in, right? This is the largest organ of your body. I'm preaching to the choir here. So we need all three products. And when we have all three products, then we can share it to our customers. I call this, I'll tell you what I call this. But before I tell you what I call this, let me ask you this. When you get sick, what kind of insurance do you use? Health insurance, right? When you die, what kind of insurance does your family trustees get? Life insurance. They call it life insurance, but you're dead, right? So health insurance and life insurance. So what we have here is hydration, nutrition, and beauty on the outside. I call that living insurance. So for my family, we practice living insurance. For my friends and family, we invested in living insurance, okay? So when we can promote all three products to one person, you're going to 3x your business. You're going to grow at minimum 3 times faster, okay? 3 times faster. And you should offer all three products and let the customer decide what they want. Maybe I've had people who said, you know what, Siha, I'm not ready for the water, but I want the Ukon. Beautiful. I've had business people on the business-minded side and not on the health-minded side, and they said, Siha, you know what, I just want to get in. So they bought the Nespa and they've built their business. Or if you're so fortunate and lucky, in which we do get, they want all three. Yes, they want all three. And now they're practicing true health. Now they're practicing living insurance, in my opinion. So when you're able to do that, this isn't in the PowerPoint, but can you guys see that? I want you to draw that. I draw a circle at the top, and then 3 underneath that on the right and 3 underneath that on the left. And then underneath that, do the same thing. The 3 represents the trifecta. The 3 represents when you sell to your clients, you sold them an Nespa, a water machine, and an Ukon. Because they want to do the full thing. They want what you have. And your teammates who want to do this as a business and want to live the healthy lifestyle, they do 3. They do 3. Okay? So this right here, my friends, when you if you add me on our Facebook and you DM me, I can send this to you, so it's nice and clean. My teammates, we've had teammates who laminated this and they write names in. So the reason why I want you to draw it out, because I want you to write in the first circle underneath you, who's your superstar? Who's your next 6A? And to the right of that, who's the next 6A? And underneath them, who do they have as the next 6A? So I'm giving you a GPS. If you don't have the names, that's okay. I'm just pointing it out for you guys. All right. If you don't have the names, that's what you got to work on. That's what we have to work on. That's what you and your upline and your downline and your sideline have to work on. And when you fill this, it's like filling up the calendar. Like I said, that's your boss. When you fill this, this is what's going to grow your business so fast, is getting yourself to a 6A2 and helping others get to a 6A2 as well. That's all that this represents, is a 6A2. If you become a 6A here at the top, and then your first 6A's here, your second 6A here, you're a 6A2. Okay, you get residual income at that point. Residual. That means production that's below here, you get a bonus on top of that, on top of the commission that's in your account. So we want you to get to 6A2, and we want you to help your friends to get to 6A2. And in a perfect world, if all these names that you put in here have the potential to become a 6A2, you only need 14, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. You only need 14 people to become 6A in your team, and you're a 6A2-3. And that is, we're not supposed to make income disclaimers, but I can say this: it's 6 figures and above. Passive. Remember the word cash flow that I was just telling you guys about cash flow. That's passive income is cash flow. You wake up, you do work, you get paid more. If you wake up, you don't do work, you go hiking, you get paid. That's passive income. I'm trying to help you guys get to 2-3 because remember when I said, what is your goal? Why do you want to do this? My goal since I was age of 12 was I wanted to retire because that's I saw all the aunties and uncles and all the my friends' parents, that were retired. They didn't have to do anything. That's what I want to do. What that's at 12. So I want to help you guys retire. And that just means pay your bills, have money set aside, all that. So that's what we want to do. And this is why I call it the Christmas tree. You're at the top. You are the star. And then you do a trifecta underneath yourself and another trifecta underneath yourself and help those two do trifectas underneath them. When you do this, now you will have passive income. So you're the star, your team are the lights, and within time, everything below that is a gift. So that's why I called it a Christmas tree. Kind of cheesy, but it works, right? All right, guys. So back to, having your Kangen lifestyle. I personally call it living insurance because it's not health insurance, it's not death insurance, it's living insurance. And these are our products that we promote, hydration, better hydration and detoxification, the nutrients, antioxidant, and for, the contaminants that's in water that we hear in Portland, Oregon, there was a floating body in the water, the reservoir. And so people, they put it on the news that it's been there just a couple of days, but who knows? They don't know how long it's been there. It could have been 2 months. So they had to what do you call it? They had to drain and that's happened like every other year because the reservoir is an easy place for people to throw dead bodies, and we've heard of just recently in the news, somewhere in the Midwest. Oh no, it was in California just last week. Some hackers hacked in, they don't know where, and I won't say any countries or anything like that because this was on the news. Somebody hacked into the water plant and increased the lye to 1,000 parts per million instead of like 0.001 part per million, right? And that, you know what lye is, right? It'll kill you. Okay, it will kill you. So I'm not saying our filters will help, but it'll help something. It'll help. It's better than nothing, in my opinion. All right. So when you do all that, folks, what happens is you just build an amazing, beautiful life with friends and family from all around the world. And I couldn't thank Enagic and, for giving us all this opportunity. I couldn't thank, all the amazing people that I've met from around the world and, on our team, not on our team, doesn't matter. We just all live a beautiful life. So that, my friends, I'm going to go back. So can you not see my screen now, Ted? Am I off?
Yep, you're good.
Awesome. So that was that, guys. That was the Christmas tree, and that was the training that I want to get to you that nobody told me about. I went down one side, they call it peg leg. I learned it after the fact. I wasn't binary, which means 2. If you start now, you can't mess up. You really can't mess up. Not as bad as me. And so if you just, follow and good leaders and good instruction, there's no doubt in my mind that you can't get to 2-3, and get to the passive income like we all have here. Okay. So I just did that. So the road to success, it's all yours. And I just gave you guys a GPS. And there's so many different ways to do this, right? That's what I'm here for. If your sponsor or your uplines can't answer, the structure, I'm happy to do it. Like I said, Enagic pays me at this level, us 6A2-3 and above, a global portion. So I'm not in Africa, I'm not in Australia, I'm not in, India. I don't have growing teams there, but I get a portion of it. And you guys, if you're not on my team, it doesn't matter because I get a portion of it. So I want to help everybody succeed in Enagic. I'm selfish in that way because we have some of the most amazing people on the planet. And I want you to succeed here because I understand if you don't succeed here, you're going to find another venue. I don't blame you. So I'm going to do everything in my powers to keep you here. That's my promise. to you. Okay. So got the PGS. So right now, I'll give it back to Ted to see if there's anything that you want to add or questions or whatnot. We can do a question Q&A session right here, right now, going forward.
Yeah, I don't. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and drop it in the chat. I mean, I have some questions that I could ask you, but I think why don't I start off with what comes up for me when I'm building my business, especially with what's happening in the world. I think people get stuck, they get paralyzed. They're like, what do I do? Do I talk to the person at the grocery store? Do I work on social media? Do I build a funnel? Like, where do I put my energies? And how do I always hear a lot of people talking about daily method of operation. So I know you're not maybe as involved in the business side, day to day hustling. But if you were going to give us like, okay, wake up at 6 and meditate and like a kind of a protocol for people to adhere to, where can we put our focus right now?
I still hustle. I still hustle. I just made it because of the pandemic in 2021, and I worked off, worked my tail off. I still hustle. So I have leads. I have leads that I still follow up on, and my hustling, and this is how I make sales, is I ask for referrals. That's what I did when I was in real estate. I asked for referrals. Who do you know? I It's crazy, but I'll say, who do you know that makes people smile? Can you introduce me to them? Because that's who I want to work with. Because if who do you know that is an influencer, right? An influencer in any way, shape, or form. Maybe it's in recreation, maybe it's in finance, maybe it's in fashion, maybe it's in automotive. Who's an influencer in whatever field? So I'm always asking for referrals, and that's how I meet. And what do they call that when businesses get together and have drinks and talk about networking? Well, that hasn't gone on right now, right? That the live form of it. I used to do a lot of that because I love parties and I love meeting people. So, and I love asking for referrals, and I love asking people what they do for their work, and and you'll be surprised. You'll find there's a lot of professionals out there that you needed to know them. Whether they were professional contractors, roofers, fitness gurus, whatever it is. So for me, I still hustle. I just being honest with you guys. That 2021, I'm gonna play. I'm playing more, but my play is my work. So when I'm out snowmobiling, that was my last social networking. When I was out there snowmobiling, we were in the middle of nowhere. Like literally, you ride 15 miles in the mountains. Sounds short, but when you're going up hills and stuff like that, it's crazy, right? And you get there and there's a field and there's like 50, 60 people from all walks of life. Well, snowmobiling it's a physical sport, and it's a technical sport, and it's an expensive sport. So I just know that, most of the people that are there, they're usually business owners. I met contractors, I met doctors. So there was my networking. I was able to talk and learn things and so that's how I hustle. I go and I meet people. I go to parties, and I get introduced to, and that's another thing. Try to have your family, have your friends introduce you to people, like your chiropractor, have your friends introduce you to their chiropractor. So you can talk to their chiropractor about hydration, about helping people with their health, about what this water can do for chiropractors, for chiropractic care. Not only is it good for the health, but it's good for the financial health as well. Because I'll talk to a chiropractor, I'll say, you know what, if I can put aside the health side, and if I can talk about the financial health, because I believe you went to school so that you can provide an amazing lifestyle for your family. How about if I come in and I help increase your revenues by 30% per month? I don't even know what his revenues are. I just said, allow me to come in and help you increase your revenues by 30% per month. No expense to you at this point. Well, sure. How do you do that? Well, I'm going to come in and talk about proper hydration, and proper detoxification in the body. And if they like what they hear and they buy a machine, you're going to get paid. You, the doctor, are going to get paid. So when somebody buys a machine, that's when you, the doctor, need to get a machine so my company can pay you. I don't pay you. I don't have the money. My company's going to track that and pay you directly. So the first, on average, they're going to pay you on the first sale that I make. If you bring in 10 people, I like a size of like 7 to 12. Bring in 10 people, I'm going to sell to 5 people. I absolutely am going to sell to 5 people when I'm doing a demo in a chiropractor's office. I really am. So the 5 people, 3 are going to want it today or this week or this month. The other 2, they're going to come in the next 2 to 6 months. Okay. So the first sale that I make in the doctor's office, the doctor is going to make $300. I say $300 on average is what you're going to make, because an SD500 is 285. The K8 is 320, right? Or 340, excuse me. So I say 300 because it's easy math. So I say the first one, doc, that I help you sell, you're going to make 300. The second one, you're going to make another 300. The third one, you're going to double. Our company doubles your commission to 600 automatically. If I may, can I ask, how much do you charge for an adjustment per adjustment? They said, oh, $50 to $60. So $60, let's go on that. I'll use your $60. So $60, I just help you make $300. That's like 5 adjustments. You didn't have to hire me. You didn't have to insure and bond me. You didn't have to build me a room. You didn't have to do anything. You see what I just did there? I came in to help somebody increase their revenue. You see what I did there? I had a friend introduce me to their chiropractor. And so that's how I hustle, if that's what you want to call it. And then I love it and they love it. And so then I get involved. I get the secretary involved, because the doctor's doing an adjustment. The doctor's busy. So I speak to the secretary. They've got the machine. On the machine, we have a sticker that says, try the healthiest water on earth. Ask us why. Who are they going to ask? I'm not there. The doctor's busy. They're going to ask the receptionist. The receptionist, I gave her a pamphlet that has the 3 properties: the alkalinity, the microclustering, and the pH, or excuse me, the ORP, antioxidant. And so all I did was spent 15 minutes with her to teach her what the brochure says, so that she can tell the customer, this is what is in the water and this is what it's supposed to do for you. Try some. If you like it, we'll get you your own machine fresh. So now I've got the secretary involved and the doctor involved and the clients that are coming through that go and get water that says, try the healthiest water on earth. Ask us why. So that's how I hustle. I get people to hustle. Or I do the same thing with a fitness gym. I go into the fitness gym and I ask them, I get invited in by somebody who introduced me to the owner, talk to the decision maker, the manager. So I get invited in to the gym and I say, I'd like to help you increase your revenues by 30% per month. No cost to you at this time. So then I come in and I do the same thing. Instead of teaching the secretary, I'm teaching the fitness trainers about water and water health. And then I'm helping them put a campaign together, get your beach body ready in 60 days. Our trainers will help you do that. So the trainers will measure them for their BMI. They'll measure their waist. They'll do all this. They'll give them a protocol for exercise and hydration and nutrition. And so they get hooked on our product as well as they get fit. And at the end of 60 or 90 days of the campaign, they usually buy. So that's how I hustle. I try to get people involved. So get people involved in your business, or go out and find business to business and get them involved. Restaurants. We have an amazing video on restaurant owners and how this water helps restaurants, right? So again, restaurant owners, why would they want this machine? Well, it makes the food taste better. They can clean their tables with it. They can clean the pesticides off the foods, a myriad of things. You guys know what I'm talking about. So, but where does the restaurant owner gain from this? Well, he has a better product. The foods last longer. So like the fruits and vegetables last longer. So he doesn't have to buy as much. Right. So that saves money. I have a restaurant owner who uses the 11.5 to clean the hood fan. They do it. Now they have their employees do it like once every other week instead of paying, a couple $100, $600, like every 2 months for somebody, or every 6 months to have somebody come in and clean the hood fan. Right. So how can you help another business with our product? How can you help their customers? How can you help their revenue? They care about the bottom line, guys. If you're talking business to business, it's how can you help my bottom line? If I'm coming to see Ted and I didn't know Ted, but I knew that he's passionate about, I know that he's in a physical fitness. I know that he's a trainer. I know that he works out himself. I know that he has a family. I'm going to sell on all those. You're in fitness. Here's what I got. This, first and foremost, you need this for you and your family first. Your client's next. And then I'm going to help you build a business where you have extra cash flow coming in. Can we work together, Ted? See,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
what you want to do. Okay, guys, that's what you want to do. Get to know the person in front of you and what do they need and what do they want, and then deliver it. Okay, I've had college students who are still going to college, but their health is very important to them, and they saw us at the fair, or they saw us at the grocery because we had a booth or whatever. They learned about it. They ended up. I had one college student who sold his car to buy a machine. It was that important to them, to him, right? And he has, how do I say this? He has suicidal tendencies. Well, this water's really helped him out, like tons. Like he said, this doesn't cloud my mind like all the drugs that they give me, or I don't gain weight because the drugs made me gain weight, and I don't like looking like that. And here's a call. He says, but this water, that I tried, I don't have those suicidal tendencies, and I don't gain weight. And so to this day, he thanks me. And to this day, I see him. He's a bank teller, So when I drive by, I can't wait to see him and just check in and see how he is. And to this day, I still see him hiking and walking and doing things outdoors. So again, that's our blessing that we get to share with the world. That's how I hustle.
That's beautiful, man. I think that's really what, a lot of us, the place we come to, we realize that this opportunity is so much about the other person, because the value that they can gain from owning the machine, the shower unit, the Ukon, all the stuff that they get health wise from the opportunity. So it's just something that it's like, who would we be if we're not in massive action helping as many people as possible? That's really the place that I've come to in my business and how I'm approaching my business. So we're at the top of the hour here. There's one further question. I see a question here. Somebody's asking if you ever did BNI, what your opinion about BNI is. Do you have any feedback on that?
Say that again. Business.
BNI, business networking organization.
I love it. I love it. I've went in my 12 years. I've went maybe 4 times, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not a morning guy. And here it's like at 7 o'clock, so I never went. But when I did go to the BNI, I found that was an excellent way to network. I'm trying to think of a teammate up in Canada who made sales, through her BNI. I know other friends that go to BNI, but they're with other network marketing companies, and they built their business literally through BNI. So yes, any form of business networking, absolutely. You know what? If you don't go because you have to, go there because you want to, and go there because you feel the vibe. Go there because you know what? These people are cool to be around. These people are, that's what I'm talking about. Feel the vibe. If they're all about the money, if they're all about, they just want the next sale from you. No, you can feel that, right? We can all feel that. Well, they can feel that from us too. So don't go where you're wanted. Go where you want to be. And that goes for all those networking things, whether it's a party or whatever, right? So I highly recommend the BNI for sure.
Well, thank you, Siha. I don't think we're at the top of the hour here. I want to be respectful of your time.
No, that's okay. I did want to just say, you guys, coaching is very important. And I want you to go find the right person for you. But if you don't, Amanda Bobbitt has packages. She's skilled. She's walks the walk and talks the talk. That's if I'm looking for a coach, I'm looking for somebody who walks the walk and talks the talk. So reach out to her directly and see what she can do to customize something for you. I know that she has, different packages and stuff like that. And I don't get into that, but I do know her products. I do watch her videos. I do see, most importantly, her results and her team's results. I see it. Her sales are under my sales, so I can see everything that she does. And you know what? I can't tell you the numbers, and I can't tell you the above 6 figures that she does, consistently ever since she's been with Enagic, and all the tens and hundreds of people that she's helped have a talk with her. She said that, because I'm helping her out or whatnot, I don't want anything from this, but she's giving a huge discount to you guys, and I think she gave me a code, a promo code. If you go to her website and if you end up signing for anything there, it's called Waters Wealth, and just that's her promo code. So if you're looking for a great, again, coach that's living it, walking it, breathing it, that Enagic Kangen lifestyle. Check out Amanda. Go to your sponsors, go to your teammates, learn from them, stay plugged in. Stay plugged in with everything that's going on with Enagic. It's everywhere. Facebook is usually the better place that's going on. Get on mailing list. And again, it's Facebook is that's where I at. That's where I communicate. That's where everybody else communicates. My best advice to everybody is just to stay plugged in, just like how you came here. How did you come here? You want to invite people, your teams, your prospects to come to the next one. This is a business one, but I also do health ones. I also do, mindset ones as well. So that's my 2 cents. And with that, guys, I just want to thank you all and just wish you nothing but uber success in 2021.
Thank you so much, Siha, for joining us. And yeah, I'll echo that. I mean, Amanda has had a massive impact on me and my business. So if you're looking at her programs, definitely jump in and be coached by Amanda. She is incredible. And Siha, to you, I can't thank you enough for your amazing training as always. So thank you again for joining us, and pleasure to connect with you again.
All right, guys, reach out to me on Messenger and we'll connect.
All right, take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.